We are live. Welcome to the Real Estate Exam Study Group, Ohio edition. This is Adam Ashba of Hondros College and broker Ashmont Realty, and we have a very special guest today, Sam Beraduce. Is in what, Sam?
House.
There you go. So, Sam is here with us. We wanted to squeak this in before Christmas. And a lot of people said, hey, can you do it at night? Can you do it at night? Because I don't get to see it during the day. So we're doing it live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, December 19th. And so if you have any questions for Sam, she's going to just passed her real estate exam, and she's going to be giving tips and strategies to help you pass your real estate exam. We're going to talk about it, all of that good stuff right after this. All right, Sam, thanks for coming on.
Oh, thanks for having me, Adam.
We got some people slowly filing on here, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So, Sam, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? What you do, and the whole 9 yards.
Sure. I'm Sam. I live in Reynoldsburg. Right now, I'm working full time for Kokoza Construction. At the mine down on South High. I have a dog and 2 cats, and I just passed my real estate exam like a month ago now. It's crazy. It's crazy how time flies.
It does, yeah. And so you, Sam, you obviously have you work long hours and stuff through the summer, and
I'm working longer hours now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that, because that's an issue that a lot of agents have, that it's hard for them to study. So did you take your real estate classes where?
I took all of mine online.
Okay.
All of my classes were online.
College?
At Hondros, yes.
All right. So, and you took all of yours online.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start the process?
I believe it was in June. I signed up and got my books and started my first class, and I wrapped them all up probably in August.
Okay, that's pretty good. So like June, July, August, so 3 months, 90 days. So that's pretty good. And then did you just study at night, evenings, weekends?
Yeah. Yep. It was well, and I had a month off. I hurt my foot, so I wasn't able to work. So I got like 1 or 2 done during like the first month. And then the rest I did mostly on the weekends.
Okay.
Because that was for sure time off.
And it's nice that, you have that flexibility doing it online. You can work it in your schedule. So once you got through everything, let's talk about you getting ready for your exam, because there's a lot of people that's going to be watching. And again, this is live. It's 7 o'clock, Monday, December 19th. So if you're watching right now, 7 o'clock, if you have any questions for Sam, go ahead and put them in the chat, and she'll answer them for you. So, so with that being said, what are some things that like really helped you prep for the exam? Let's talk about that.
So I ended up getting CompuCram with my package from Hondros. And I used that primarily because I really wasn't sure about Prep Agent, and I didn't hear about PSI until like later on. So I primarily used CompuCram.
Okay.
And while that's great for fundamentals, the wording on CompuCram is nowhere near what is on the test.
Okay. Do you think it was so? The test questions on CompuCram you don't think showed up on your exam questions? Is that what you're saying?
The way that they're worded like if CompuCram was an Apple product, then PSI would be an Android.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's just the way that it's worded. It's not that the questions weren't on there. It's just that they were worded way differently.
Do you think CompuCram helped you study or not?
I think it gave me like the concepts. Like, I learned the concepts and I learned a lot of the vocabulary on there.
Okay.
And I really liked it because I could take it with me on my phone. So I know I said I studied a lot on the weekends, but I also, if I had downtime at work, I would also pull out my phone and hop on CompuCram and take a couple tests, or, go through some flashcards. And it was something like a quick 5-minute, something just to keep it fresh in my brain.
Yeah. So you talked about you said like keywords. I think that's maybe. Do you a lot of on the end of each chapter? So for everyone that's at Hondros, at the end of each chapter are keywords.
Oh yes.
Did you think it was beneficial memorizing those and learning those keywords for the?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
I would definitely learn as much of the vocab as you can, because there were quite a few questions on the test that were like the definition, and then it would have like all D words, or like similar looking words. So it was definitely helpful to know specific vocabulary.
So they would try to trip you up, and then
yes,
you can eliminate the ones. So when you had, I was talking to someone earlier today, and giving her some pointers. And one of the things I said was like, when you have your answers, there's 4 answers, like A, B, C, D. How many of those, Sam, would you say is a definite these are clearly stupid? These are not, how many of the 4 answers are some that you can eliminate immediately if you knew your keywords?
Definitely 2 of them.
Okay.
Definitely 2. At least 2. Some of them were just like, really? I don't know where they pulled them from, but it was at the real estate stuff.
Okay. So that's a good strategy, because when we were talking with Maggie, Maggie, she that's what she said. She talked about like process of elimination, and but if you don't know, instead of a 25% chance, if you can knock a couple out, now you're 50-50. Because I think PSI does a good job with tricking you, meaning if you don't know the answer but you know the concept, you could either go, there's like always a fork in the road, and they can trick you. You're like, well, that could be right, but I don't remember if it's that way or that way, but I know I got to go straight somewhere, and then you might get it wrong. But a lot of times it's just guessing, and were you the one that talked a lot about process elimination or something when you took yours, when you called me? I can't remember, maybe not.
I did use process of elimination a lot.
Okay.
And usually there were like 2 that I didn't, that the concept, it didn't match at all. And then the last word would be something I've never heard of. So if you can eliminate, something that you've never heard of, then that increases your odds of getting that question right, for sure.
Yeah. So do you think studying the keywords at the end of each chapter, Sam, was that more important?
Yeah, probably.
Playing on the CompuCram?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't even, if you don't have CompuCram, I wouldn't even sweat it. Oh no. There you are.
Man, wow, we had some technical difficulties. This is maybe the PSI exam is trying to shut us down so we don't give all the tips.
It's coming after you.
All right. Well, hey, we're professionals. We're going to keep moving on. So, so do you feel that if you had to choose one or the other, do you think studying the keywords helped you out more than playing around on the CompuCrammer?
Yes.
Okay, interesting. All right, I've heard it both ways. And you didn't buy any of the other stuff. You didn't buy Prep Agent. You didn't buy the PSI exam test.
I used the Prep Agent YouTube videos.
Okay.
And then I did end up buying the PSI exam, the 50. It's like 500 question or 500. Yeah, 500 question one.
Okay, you did
for $50.
How did you like? Which one did you like better? PSI practice exam or the CompuCram?
Oh, the PSI practice exam.
Okay,
you could take it like as many times as you wanted to. And even though it said it wasn't phone or tablet friendly, it was totally phone friendly. Like I took it to work and I did every single question multiple times, like over and over and over until I passed.
Okay. Yeah, I think one thing is that I do give PSI exam, like their practice test over Hondros, is that it looks exactly like the exam.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you kind of get a feel of what the exam will feel like, like touching the buttons and how all that works. And so when you sit for the exam, it's kind of like, oh yeah, this is just like the practice test. It's that muscle memory. Yeah, and it's $50, so it's half the price for the CompuCram. If you got to go out and buy, either one. So if you had a choice to pay $100 for the CompuCram at Hondros or $50 for the PSI, which one would you do?
PSI.
Okay. Yep. And if it was the same price?
PSI.
Okay. I appreciate your honesty, Sam. That's why we love you.
I mean,
it's
you wanna practice how you're gonna play.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good one. You're right.
So, well, in basic training, they always told us to practice how you would fight. Mm-hmm. So you wanna practice how you would actually do it, because if you don't, what's the point?
Mm-hmm. And for those who don't know, Sam is a veteran Army. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, and many more than you know. So what are some things that you studied, Sam, that you thought was a waste of your time? Is there anything you said, I wish I didn't spend so much time on that because it really didn't show up much on the test?
I think I had a good spread of everything on my test.
Okay.
I will tell you, I wish I studied math more.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's like the contradiction of it.
I know.
Why? Tell us why. Tell us why.
So, I failed the first test that I took, the first national. I thought I was great. I thought I was golden. I had gotten the PSI practice test. I was listening to Prep Agent Joe all day at work. And I got to the point where I was passing the PSI practice test every single time I took it. And then totally forgot about the state stuff. I was so focused on the national portion that I didn't even realize, I had never even touched the state things except for, the law and the, the finance stuff. And I was like, well, crap. So I did take, the state crammer book with me. I read through it the night before, and I took it with me the next morning to my test, because I figured I'd get there early, so I would just read through it again. And I think that saved me, honestly. I think reading through the book put it in my brain. But then I failed the national. And I was so much more confident that I would pass the national and fail the state. But I had a lot of math. I missed one question of every category except math. I missed 6. So
math questions did you have?
Oh, I don't remember the first time, but the second time was 9.
Yeah, that's pretty high. Yeah, it tends the
Yeah.
most. Yeah.
Somebody I was watching said, "Oh, I had like 4," and I was like, "Please let me be the 4. Please let me have 4."
The minimum's 5, max is 10.
Uh,
And yeah, so it I don't it is. It's one of the luck of the Did you have some hard ones? Did you have some ones that you really had to pull out the calculator? Do you
oh
remember?
yeah. Well, I mean, I use the calculator for everything because I
Okay.
just am not good at math in
Yeah.
general. So,
Double check. And yeah, that doesn't hurt to double check. So yeah, if anyone has any questions, we got more people filing on. If you have any questions for Sam, we are live. It's a little after 7 o'clock Eastern time, Monday, December 19th. She'd be more than happy to answer those for you. So, but yeah, it sounds like you drew a lot of math questions both times. Yeah.
yeah, you're telling me. But
Yeah.
the second time, I kind of focused on math a little more.
Okay. What are some
Um,
you remember what you had math questions? We get that question a lot. What types? Like, did you have millage or gross
I
rent?
had, well, the first time I had 1 millage, and I
Okay,
totally,
you fucked up a
totally
lot.
did not get that one.
Okay,
Um,
it's all right.
I had a lot of rates. I had a commission question.
That's a tough.
Um, I think a lot of them, most of them, I used the circle for the math, the T. Um, and I think that really saved me because you could basically do any question with that. The oh, what's at the top? The partial. Is it partial at the top and total on the left,
All right.
and then rate on the right?
Or are you trying to like proration? Is that what you're referring to?
It's like the math T. I can't remember.
All right. You passed your test. We don't have to worry. Okay. I think the key is like Sam drew a lot of. She drew high math questions. You can there. I mean, some of it's easy. Make sure you know commissions, down payments. Like if a client wants to put 20% down on a house, how much could that be? And then
Oh,
there's
I
different
go ahead.
types.
Sorry.
No, you go ahead. This is your day.
I did have one that had me find the sale price of the house. Like
Okay.
it gave like the down payment and the loan amount, and then asked for the sale price.
Okay. You had to like
I've had
reverse engineer
I
it.
think I had one that asked how much they had to take to closing. And one that asked how many had to do with like paying down the rate with the points,
Oh, okay.
like
Points.
paying down points. Yeah.
And I think, actually some of the test is like pretty insignificant. Like you wouldn't use that in the real world, but those are.
Mm-hmm.
Those are, I mean, we're not in finance, we're not a loan officer, but that stuff you kind of have to know a little bit and understand because clients are going to be coming back to you and asking you, like, hey, how much should I do? Like, I need to put this much down. And you're like, yeah, it's 5% of whatever we sell the house for, or commissions that pops up, meaning like if you sell a house and you get 3% commission, how much commission check? Obviously that's important, right? Because that's how we
Oh
get.
yes,
Yeah. So, and you took yours on a Saturday,
I
right?
did.
Was it in Dublin?
No, I took mine down here in
Groveport.
Groveport.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I couldn't remember where you took it. So, anything weird? Did you go? Well, you went twice. Did you go down to the location before you took your test the first time? So
No,
you know. Okay.
but I paved that road that it's on, so I knew where it was.
Oh,
I
all
paved
right.
Allen Creek,
You have
so
an inside connection. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know where your testing center is, I always say, maybe go down. Just like if you're in college or whatever, like maybe walk and see where your classrooms are. That way you don't have that anxiety. in the morning, and especially give yourself plenty of time. Anything with that testing center when you were down there that was like, oh, hey guys, there's construction, or it was really cold, or they're doing remodeling, or anything?
No.
Nope. Okay.
I think the temperature inside was really pleasant.
Okay.
Plenty of parking. I think there's like 12 seats, so it's not overcrowded. Yeah, like it's not that bad.
Awesome.
It wasn't that bad.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Yeah, and that was down in Groveport. That's one of the busiest ones probably in the state of Ohio for sure. They're doing a lot, and they have mornings and afternoons and Saturday mornings. I'm not sure how late Saturday they do tests, but it's very, very, very popular location for sure. So, well, we're about 20 minutes in. Any other questions for Sam? We had no questions. They're quiet. They're watching, but
they are very quiet.
Once I said you were an Army veteran, they were nervous. Any other last minute tips before I let you go, Sam? I appreciate you coming on tonight.
And, it's not a problem. I really appreciate you having me.
Oh no, pleasure's mine. And, if you don't have anything, I do have one question for you.
I don't think so. I mean, if you're on the go, maybe put some Prep Agent Joe on from YouTube, just so you're listening to it. Don't wait to take your test. I waited like 3 months, and I basically had to like relearn everything again.
Oh yeah.
So take it fast, so it's still fresh in your mind. And
yeah, you think you drug it out too long? That's what you're saying. Yeah. That's like the cardinal rule. Don't do that for sure. Yeah,
yes,
for sure. Get through as fast as you can. It's hard. It really is hard, especially when you have a full-time job and you're trying to balance out a lot of things. So, well, I have one question for you before we go, Sam.
Sure.
Did you get all your Christmas shopping done? All right.
Did you?
No, of course not. So.
Of course not.
All right. Well, Sam Beraduce, thank you so much. There you are over here. That's right. We're on Zoom. But thanks for coming on. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Adam.
And I will see you in about a week. Christmas
sounds good.
Time. So we're so happy to have Sam at the Brokerage and her coming on.
Oh yeah.
So if you guys have any questions for her or me, just put comments below. Later we can answer them. Sam or I will definitely answer them for you. But other than that, that's it for 2022. So have a great rest of your guys. Obviously, we'll be on the study group and answer any questions. So thanks again, and happy holidays, everybody. And we'll see you very soon.